Hello, my name is Anita. Welcome to my channel. If you like what I talk about here, please press thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I talk about things that matters to me on this channel, things that I feel is important and are being intuitively guided, channel messages and things that come through for me to share. I feel it is part of my purpose to share what information comes to me and also what I'm learning by experience. So on this channel, feel free to disagree, and that's perfectly fine. We are all different. We have all different values, beliefs, perspectives, and philosophies, and live by those, I hope. During our lives, we are meant to evolve them, especially in the time. This big shift we are living through now, we are meant to learn, to grow, expand, and to evolve our beliefs, visions, values, perspectives. And to do that, we need to be open to discuss it, open to talk, speak freely with others, and not shut down as soon as we disagree with something. So my point being, this is my channel. I share what is important to me and what I mean is important for New Earth, for humanity to go towards now. So if you feel triggered by anything, that only shows that maybe you need to work on something, not so you would agree with me, but why are you triggered? So either this is resonating, or it you can feel like, no, I don't agree with what she's saying, perfectly fine. But if you are triggered, ask yourself, look into yourself and ask yourself, why am I being triggered? Because that might show you something that you need to work on, that will benefit you to work on, because it's happening for you, not against you. So today I'm going to talk about power, that everything has to do with power and control. So when I was a little girl, I had a vision that how the world was supposed to look like. I've had this vision my whole life of what the world was meant to be from the beginning. And I mean, a lot of us who lives now does have this vision or similar vision, or will begin to remember it, or feel when somebody else is talking about their vision that, oh, this resonates with me, this seems like a truth. Sometimes you even get chills that will then confirm to you that this is truth for you. During these times, we cannot trust so much in what we see anymore, because of artificial intelligence, because of scammers, because of hackers, because of people who want your money and try to steal our identity. So it's very easy these days to fake with videos, to fake with it can look like it's another person than it is in the videos, to fake pictures, to just trick people. Very easy. So we need to trust more and more in our intuition. That's the thing we can that's validating the most. So we need to rehearse and practice and learn to expand our growth and vision and intuition, and trust what we are feeling, sensing, because energies never lies. So in this new era, paradigm, this shift we are going through, intuition is getting more and more important for us. So I believe everything has to do with power and control. Control because fear of power, fear of being controlled, fear of being dominated. And I think that in relationships especially, in all relationships, in relation to ourselves, the relationship we have with ourselves, the relationship we have with everything in our life, and we have a relationship to everything. And also the relationship that first and foremost we have to others. So let's say, and the more intimate we get in our relationship, the closer we get, the more we have to lose, because the fear gets bigger of being hurt. What we all fear is being hurt. We fear being backstabbed, deserted, let down, disappointed. We fear not being accepted, approved, recognized, acknowledged, respected, held in esteem. So we need to give that to ourselves first and foremost, and hold ourselves in esteem, within integrity. So if you live by a philosophy and have certain beliefs about what integrity is for you, you have built values and beliefs around that, and you have your perspective and way of perceiving the world and looking at the world. This is what we need to have up for review, and maybe also heighten the beliefs of what is possible, heighten our trust all the time in this life. In this lifetime, I think we need to work on trust, hope, faith, patience, and try to find our passion and enthusiasm for life, for fully living, and for going for our dreams. And I think when we are doing our purpose, we are on the path of feeling that we are doing something meaningful that makes us happy, and that we are doing something meaningful for us, and that may help others, that may serve others in some way. Either it is to lift them up in some way, lift their spirits. It's all about lifting the spirit of others, so the frequencies can heighten on the planet and within ourselves and in others. So we are lifting others into the light, or to see the light, and to gain hope and more trust and faith. And during this process, we come across fear. Fear is the biggest issue for humanity, indeed, and all kinds of fears, but especially in relationship with others, and fear of other people's power over us, control over us, dominating over us. We all have been stepped on. We all have been backstabbed and disappointed in this lifetime or in other lifetimes. So we all carry this fear in our blood. It comes from DNA, lineage, ancestry, family line. It comes from it lives in the DNA, in the blood, but we can reprogram that. So we go through life, everything is happening for us, not against us. We have different experiences, and we are meant to learn from them, grow from them, gain understanding, and then take that understanding and then move our life forward in a different direction, make some proclamations of how we would like now, for instance, in relationship patterns. So the more we invest, the more we have to lose. The more we invest in emotions, the more we feel like we have to lose. And the more we invest in time, energy, effort, and especially emotions, the more we fear losing ourselves, losing control. So there are many people living together in relationships and have friendships where they are not open and vulnerable and intimate with each other, because fear of losing control, fear of losing power. And for humanity to go to the next level, have been shown that to share that we are forced to. We have to become more open, vulnerable, and willing to be more emotionally intimate with each other to get to this new earth. So that's no wonder then that we then we experience this huge fear within ourselves to get that close to others, because what happens in interrelational when we are communicating with each other, we are trying to build a strong friendship or a strong love relationship, we might come into that wounded. The whole planet is traumatized, and this is not by me, it's experts saying it and intuitively guided, and I can see that for myself through my whole life, and I experience myself that I have been fearing and still come across new levels where I meet myself in the door, where I get scared again, where I'm afraid of stepping into my power, my own power, be powerful, come across as powerful, because I don't want people to perceive me wrongly and think that I am full of ego and full of myself and things like that. We all go through that. So also I feel success for many various reasons. We all do that. At different levels again, we reach a point where we can handle it. We are handling our comfort zone. We expand the comfort zone, and then we reach a new level. But in relationships, so what we need to do then is to heal our wounds during the process. So let's say you are starting a love relationship with the best intentions, and very quickly you come across this next stage where you need to be more open, more honest, more vulnerable, to share more deeply, more intimate. And maybe you have some values and boundaries that you feel need to be respected for you to get to feel safe and secure. And this is different for each person, and we get to that point, somebody soon in the relationship and somebody later. But to trust somebody, we gain trust over time. And how is trust built? It's built in the way that we have a positive experience with another person, then that we can see that, okay, we got to an obstacle here. Both of us were willing to be open, raw, vulnerable with each other. And both of us were willing to risk it, to risk being hurt or rejected, and get to the next level of emotional and mental intimacy. So we then grow, we expand, and we trust this person a little bit more. Then another thing happens, we get more involved and it gets more serious, we have more to lose. And we meet another obstacle. So here we are again with is this a level we can pass through? Is this another level where both can move through, or does it stop there? That's the level of intimacy we reach. So many people are living together today that have a love level of intimacy emotionally where they hardly speak together, and some have medium and some have very close and open and honest relationship with each other where they have great meaning and value and are being seen, validated, acknowledged, respected, listened to, understood, or at least there's always a willingness from the other person to have that with one another. So both both people are doing this. Sorry, I'm just eager. Start to stutter. So then, what do we have to do to get to that point? First of all, I recommend then that you continue to do what I always said, that build ourselves strong from the inside. And to do that, we need to be open, raw, honest, vulnerable with ourselves, and be willing to look at our triggers, or our wounds, our obstacles, our hindrances, where we hold ourselves back in relationships, and so we can trust more. We have to give to ourselves first, and then we can have standards with others and learn, practice to be like this with others too. And we also have to be so stable and secure and love ourselves enough to still to be proud of ourselves, even though the other person might reject us, even though society will reject us, let's say, when we speak our truth, our meaning, our purpose, what is meaningful for us, what is true for us, speak our truth, fully expressing ourselves through art, through painting, poetry, or through speaking. or through clothes, the way we dress, or whatever, all the ways we express ourselves, you need to be strong enough to handle being rejected. And so on our way there, we need to then heal the wounds that shows up, to work on that, and then to become stronger and stronger and stronger. And I always said in my coaching and to friends and family, like, I want us all to become whole, that we are two whole circles that meet another person, and that goes for both work relationship, friend, you know, when you are going into projects together with somebody, also in friendships and love relationships, partnerships, whatever. But we get or else codependency patterns can be created, where we are just nurturing each other's wound, and to see the letter C, meet each other, two C's meet each other and become a whole circle. We don't want to seek another person to fulfill us, but to fulfill ourselves and then meet another person and go hand in hand through life. But to get to that point, we need to go through experiences and to do the work in the meantime. So that's why I say everything happens for us. So maybe you haven't met the right person yet to be with, or the right friends, but you are going through that process and meet different people to see, and is this the right for me? Can I have this? Do I want this? Are these people having the same or similar values? Do they check enough points? And you have to feel valuable enough then to also receive it. That's also why you need to work constantly on self-love and self-acknowledgement, and to accept yourself to as you are. That you think you are good enough and feel worthy. And if you believe in a higher force, you need to feel worthy, let's say towards God, like you feel like God finds you worthy enough, and you believe in that, or the divine or a higher force. It doesn't matter to me what kind of religion you have, religious belief or spiritual beliefs. It doesn't matter to me. So here on this channel you can feel free to whatever you please. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in a God, not the God necessarily presented through the Bible, but in a loving kind one that wants the best for us, and that we are all expressions of God living out here on this planet. Anyway, back to what I said. So the whole world is filled with powerful people who are trying to control less strong and powerful individuals. And that's why we have fear, because everybody reacts from fear. So on this new earth, in this new era where we are on our way to now, we need to heal, to stop reacting from our wounds and fears, and instead be strong and confident, and come from a stable center, because then we are able to want the best for others and come from our heart and give it to others, and hopefully wish each other success too. And there is no competition then, only for fun and game, like in sports, but not in a personal way. And because as humanity, I'm talking about humanity now, because this is it's ingrained in us, all of us humans, fear of power, and being overpowered by others, fear of being controlled and dominated by others, has been a big issue the latest years, because we get more and more rules and forced upon us, and the more rules there must be more people to police the rules, and it's getting ridiculous sometimes. So many rules are we going to have, because we are grown up people able to take care of ourselves, but not as long people act and react from fear. So as long as we react from wounded places and fears and are not healed, there is no, the data is not computing. We are not seeing things as they are. We are not able to transfer data and information in our brain correctly because we perceive things in a misinterpreted way because of our wounding. So, and it's limited how much we can perceive at the same time. So, but when you heal something, you will begin to see it and perceive it differently, and that's when you gain new perspectives, philosophies, values, beliefs, and start to live from those. That's why it's so important to grow and expand. So, okay, this video got a little bit long, and it became fully channeled message. So I had a few downloads before I started, but since it became so long, it is necessary and to put it in that context. So I will dig more into these concepts moving forward, it seems like. So then I start the process if you have a lot of work to do, and decide when you are ready to proclaim and reclaim and claim your power back and be more powerful enough to control yourself, powerful enough to make your own choices and be control from the inside and not from the outside validation, but from the inside. So you now can decide to put some patterns behind you and move forward with higher beliefs, like I can do it beliefs. I can become better, more supporting, more loving towards myself, and I can go for my dreams, whatever that is, because everything is about power, control, fear of being becoming controlled or not having enough power yourself. So you reclaim your power, take it back, and decide powerfully to be your own hero now and heroine, and your own heroine, and support yourself now moving forward. Give yourself a new beginning, and just that can take years or months, it doesn't matter, but give yourself a new start. Always believe in restarting your life. That's what I have been helping people with for many years. So take good care of yourself, be kind to yourself as you move through this long and powerful process. Support yourself, be patient. And I think what we are learning mostly now on this planet is to see things from different perspectives and to respect and honor each other, first and foremost ourselves, and also be kind to ourselves, because then we are able to be it towards others. And we have to give everything to ourselves first, because then we can give it to others, to find it in our heart, to give it to others without feeling threatened, like we are losing something, like if somebody else is powerful, we are less powerful. That's not true. We are powerful in different ways, and we are all allowed to step into our power and be powerful, and that's the only way how we can stand up to over control by governments and rules that are unnecessarily enforced on humanity, and to be more loving and compassionate to everyone, and yet powerful still. So, and to have your boundaries respected. So take good care of yourself first, be kind and compassionate, practice to have more faith, trust, hope, patience, and practice self-love, self-acceptance, and self-acknowledgement. You acknowledge yourself, and first and foremost, and then we will receive it from others. Okay, take good care. Bye-bye.